Good morning students, welcome to the chemistry class. So in the last class we have discussed about the classification of the haloalkanes and haloarenes. So today we are going to discuss about the nomenclature of the haloalkanes and haloarenes. So usually the compounds are named in two ways, one is common name and one more is IUPAC naming, and the IUPAC naming is a very systematic manner. Okay, even the common name is used for the compounds to name them. Commonly we are going to use those names, but while IUPAC naming is the systematic way of naming the compound. So here today in this class we are going to discuss about the how the haloalkanes and haloarenes are named in the common system as well as in the IUPAC system. So let us start with the concept. Nomenclature, that is common name. As I said you, the compounds can be named by the common name as well as IUPAC name, and the IUPAC name is the systematic way. So let us go for the haloalkanes. Now we are discussing about the nomenclature of the haloalkanes. The haloalkanes are generally represented by RX, haloalkanes or alkyl halides. Okay, so the common name of the haloalkane, generally we can write that alkyl halide. Alkyl halide. The common name is written as in the format of the alkyl halide. Okay, and the IUPAC name is as itself haloalkane. Haloalkane. I am talking generally. So when we apply this to the compounds, so that we will discuss few example, you can able to understand this one very clearly. So the common name is alkyl halide. Okay, and while the IUPAC name is haloalkane. So let us go for the example. First one, the first example is CH3Cl. Okay, so the common name alkyl group must be there. Alkyl group, that is methyl. So keep in mind that CH4 is methane. Suppose one of the hydrogen is removed and it becomes CH3, means this group is what we called as methyl group. Okay, so the name of this, common name of this compound is methyl chloride. Common name is methyl chloride is the common name. While IUPAC name haloalkane. Halo, which halo means halogen atom which is attached here. Which halogen atom is attached here? Chlorine. So the IUPAC name will be chloromethane. IUPAC name is chloromethane. Common name is methyl, that is alkyl group must be first. So methyl chloride is the common name of this compound, while chloromethane is the IUPAC name of this compound. Okay, so let us go for the second example. So let me change this. Instead of taking Cl, I am going to take Br. Okay, so here this is nothing but C2H5. C2H5. If CH3 is there, methyl. If C2H5 is there, means ethyl. C2H5 is there, means ethyl. Sometimes this compound is also given in this way, C2H5Br. So the common name will be ethyl. Alkyl term we have to use ethyl bromide. Common name is ethyl bromide. While IUPAC name is, I hope so you are already guessing, bromoethane. IUPAC name is bromoethane, like haloalkane. So these are the two examples. Okay, let us go for the third example. So here, see here one thing I want to tell you, that if commonly while we are naming the compounds, if it is in the straight chain, even this can be written in this format also, CH, CH3, CH3 and Br. Yes or no? In this format also I can able to write it. If it is a straight, if it is a straight chain, and here the hydrogen is replaced by the bromine, means you have to use the term N. You have to use the term N pro. How many carbons are there? 3. So you have to use N propyl. You have to use N propyl bromide. N propyl bromide is the IUPAC name, sorry, the common name of the above compound, that is N propyl bromide. But IUPAC naming, while IUPAC naming, what we are going to take? So here let me. So the common name will be N propyl bromide. While IUPAC naming, Br is attached there. Okay, so you have to number the carbon, you have to select the longest chain. Here I am going to name, because Br is attached to that carbon, which must be get the least number. I won't tell, I just tell you briefly, as you studied this one in your first PUC very well regarding the IUPAC naming, the rules of the IUPAC naming. So here 1 bromo propane. How many carbons are there? Prop, and as it is consisting of the single bond alkane, 1 bromopropane is its IUPAC name. So the common name is N propyl bromide, while IUPAC name is 1 bromopropane. Okay, let us come for this. See here, branching is there. As I said you, even this can be write in the straight way. If there is a branching, during this time we are going to take it as a isopropyl. We are going to take common name is taken as iso. Okay, how many carbons are there? 1, 2, 3. Prof. Isopropyl, which is the attached halide chlorine, that is isopropyl chloride is the common name of this compound. So let me tell you the IUPAC name. So just go for the numbering. If I number the carbon in this way also, it will going to get 2 only, if that is the least 2 only. If I am naming numbering from this format also, means it will going to get the 2 itself. Okay. So what is the IUPAC name? 2-chloro, because in the second position chlorine is attached. 2-chloro, how many carbons are there? 3. Prop, 2-chloropropane, all are single bonds, it is a class of alkane. 2-chloropropane is the IUPAC name of this compound. Okay, so let me tell you one more here. So 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons are there. So and it is a branching. This group, such a groups are called as iso. Okay, branching is there, iso. How many carbons are there totally? 4. Isobutyl, what is there? Halogen is Cl. Isobutyl chloride. Isobutyl chloride is the common name. While IUPAC naming, you can take here 1, 2, 3. Okay. So 1-chloro, 2-methyl propane. Okay, 1-chloro, 2-methyl propane is the IUPAC name of the compound. So generally we can say that IUPAC naming will be on the basis of the rules. IUPAC rules are there, so according to the rules you have to number it. So here numbering is 1, 2, 3. So 1-chloro, 2-methyl propane is the IUPAC name of this compound. Okay, let me tell you few more example. See here, write the IUPAC name of the following compounds. IUPAC name of the following compounds. So let me number this 1, 2, 3. So what will be the IUPAC name? First carbon 1-chloro, For the second position, 2 methyls are present. For the second position, 2 methyls are present. So, 2 comma 2 dimethyl propane, 1 chloro, 2 comma 2 dimethyl propane is the IUPAC name of this compound. Okay, let me tell you one more here. CH3, CH, Br is attached, CH. So, 1, 2, 3. So, 2 bromopropane, 2 bromopropane is the IUPAC name of this compound. So, we are discussing about the nomenclature process. In the nomenclature, there are two types, that is systems are two, commonly named and IUPAC naming is there. So, the common, first of all we are discussing about the haloalkanes. Haloalkanes are the type of the RX. So, what is the common name? Alkyl halide generally. What is the IUPAC name? Haloalkane is the IUPAC name. So, let me take the example, and if you go on solving the example, you can able to write the common as well as IUPAC name. So, here in this case, if it is a straight chain, while writing the common name you have to use the term N. If it is branching, here the one of the H is removed, here halogen is attached, means isotherm you have to use, and according to the number of carbon you have to use that propyl or it is butyl, that term you have to use. And while IUPAC naming, you have to number the carbon atoms correctly, so that the substituent group which is attached chlorine bromine, that must get the least number. And we are discussed about the few of the examples here. They are going to give you sometimes like structure of these compounds, and they are going to tell you that write the IUPAC name of the these following compounds. This carries 1 marks, you have to write during that time correctly in order to get that 1 marks. So, next we are going to discuss about the nomenclature of the haloarenes in our next session. Okay. Let us continue with the nomenclature of the haloarenes. So, haloarenes are represented by aryl halide, that is Ar means aryl group. Okay, ARX I have represented. So, the common name will be aryl halide, while the IUPAC name is haloarene. Okay. So, in case of haloarenes, most of the times the common name as well as the IUPAC names are same only. The common name as well as IUPAC names are same only. For example, the common name of benzene itself is benzene only, and even the IUPAC name of the benzene is also benzene. Okay. So, let me tell you with the example. See here, this is aryl halide or haloarene. So, what is the common name? Chlorobenzene. Chlorine is the halogen. Okay. Chlorobenzene is the common name, or even you can say that benzyl chloride. So, most familiar is, we are going to tell that chlorobenzene. Even the IUPAC name is same, halo, that is chloro and benzene, chlorobenzene, not and, chlorobenzene is the IUPAC name. So, second one, here Br is attached means bromobenzene. Even the IUPAC name will also be the same, that is bromobenzene. So, this type is possible only when one of the halogen atom is attached to the benzene ring. During that time usually the common name as well as IUPAC name will be the same. Okay. So, let me tell you, if the two are attached, if the two halogen atoms are attached to the benzene ring. So, before going to this, I want to tell you certain positions. Let me take a benzene ring. Suppose here any functional group is present, or you can take this position as a first one. Okay. And this position which is second, this is called as ortho position, which is indicated by O, ortho, and this position is meta position, and exactly opposite to this, this is also the ortho position. Exactly opposite this is also, here I will take like this, meta. Okay. Here also meta. while this position is para. This position is para. So, always keep in mind this position is with respect to this ortho, meta, para, meta, ortho. So, these are the position. So, these positions are usually used in case of the common naming. While common naming, we are going to use the term metachlorobenzene. Okay, like that we are going to use. So, let me go for this example. See here. So, with respect to this chlorine, this is the meta position. With respect to this 1, 2, 3, this is the meta position. So, meta, okay, how many chlorines are attached? 2. That's why I am going to use meta dichlorobenzene. Meta dichlorobenzene we are going to use. So, if I am going for the IUPAC name, so IUPAC name you have to number the carbon 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, only Cl is attached to there, that is why I named 1, 2, 3 only. So, in the first position and the third position chlorines are there 1, 3 dichlorobenzene. 1, 3 dichlorobenzene is the IUPAC name. Okay, let us go for the one more example. See here, 3 chlorines are attached. 3 chlorines are attached. So, just look at this with respect to this. With respect to this chlorine, these two are in the meta position. These two are in the meta position. So, leave this. Now, with respect to this chlorine, with respect to this, these two are in meta position. Next, now you take this Cl. With respect to this, these two are in meta position. That is why this is a symmetrical. This is a symmetrical. So, we are going to common naming, it includes symmetrical, that is SYM shortly written. Symmetrical, how many chlorines are there? 3. Symmetrical, tri, which halogen? Chloro, trichlorobenzene. This is the common name. Symmetrical trichlorobenzene is the common name of this compound. Suppose IUPAC name they asked. So, just go for numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like this. So, in which position Cl is attached? 1, 3, 5. So, 1, 3, 5. How many chlorine? 3. It means you have to use the term trichlorobenzene. Trichlorobenzene. Okay. So, this is how we can going to write the common name as well as IUPAC name for the haloarenes. Okay. Let me tell you one more concept. If the two same halogen atoms are attached, if the two same halogen atoms are attached to the alkanes, that is, just look at this here, there is a one compound, there is a 2 possibility, 2Cl wants to attach for ethyl group, 2Cl wants to attach for the ethyl group. As I said you, this is the ethyl, C2, this is like this, it will going to be attached. Okay. There is a 2 possibility, one for the same carbon 2 are attached, 2 chlorines are attached. Then for the different carbons 2 chlorines are attached, for the different carbon 2 chlorines are attached. There are 2 possibility, already I explained this one in case of the classification. So, if for the same carbon 2 halogens are attached means, that is what we are going to say that geminal dihalide, that is what we are going to say geminal dihalide, while this one is the vicinal dihalide, that only I wrote here, dihalide and vicinal dihalide. Suppose such a type of the compounds are given, during that time you have to name in such a way that there is a generally we are going to name in such a format that if geminal dihalide is there means alkylidine halide term we are going to use. Okay. So, alkyl group, which alkyl group it is? Ethyl. So, its name is, this is the general form, this is the general form. So, alkyl group, which alkyl group is there? Ethyl. So, its name is ethylidine halide. Which halide is there? Chlorine, that is term is ethylidine chloride. Ethylene chloride. I hope so you are getting. If it is not alkyl ethyl group, if it is propyl means you can add profile term there. Okay. Next here, if it is a vicinal dihalide, what is the general form? You have to write alkylene dihalide. Alkylene, which alkylene? Ethylene. Ethylene dichloride. Okay, halide is nothing but chlorine is present. So, ethylene dichloride is the IUPAC name of the above compound. Okay, such type of the compounds are given means you have to follow up the general format. Instead of alkyl, which alkyl group is there, that you have to substitute. Instead of halide, which halide? If it is bromine means you have to use the term bromide. Okay, like that we are going to name these compounds. So, let us discuss few more examples here, and I am going to give few more examples as a homework for you only. Okay, so see here, just look at this example. It appears like vinyl group. Yes or no? In the classification I said you, this is the vinyl group. So, the common name will be vinyl chloride. Common name will be vinyl chloride is the common name. So, while IUPAC naming you have to number 1, 2. So, for first carbon chlorine is attached 1 chloro, okay, 1 chloro, how many carbons are there? 2. It means eth term you have to use eth, 2 chloro. Now, there is a double bond, you should not use ethane, there is a double bond, you have to use the ethene. 1 chloro, ethene is the IUPAC name of that compound. Okay. So, let me go for the second one. See here, this group is allyne, this group is allyne. So, what is the name of this common name of this compound? Allyl chloride. Common name of this compound is allyl chloride. Now, I want to write the IUPAC name. For IUPAC name, you must number the carbons. Here, chlorine is also present, double bond is also present. According to the rules, we are going to give the name, numbering as 1, 2, 3. Just you review all the rules of the IUPAC nomenclature. You can able to know that how I am naming, how I am giving the number for this carbon. So, IUPAC name, if I given the number 1, 2, 3. So, what will be the 3 chloro prop, 3 carbons are there, double bond is there, propene, 3 chloro propene is the IUPAC name. Okay, third compound. So, just look at this, this is the benzyl group, this is the benzyl group, one of the carbon is included along with the benzene ring. Not C6, it will be C7. So, benzyl chloride, common name is benzyl chloride. So, now let me tell you the IUPAC name. IUPAC name here, which is the halogen attached chlorine. For which group it is attached? For the methane along with the benzene ring. And this is, while naming, we are going to take C6H5 as a phenyl. C6H5 as a phenyl. So, the IUPAC name of this one is chlorophenyl methane. Chlorophenyl methane is the IUPAC name of the compound. So, I have solved few of the example which are very important, and I am giving you certain very important example as a homework. Just clearly write down. First one is CCl4, second one is CHCl3. You have to write both common as well as IUPAC name for these two, while this one is like this, geminal and vicinal dihalides will be there, Cl are attached to here, Cl are attached to the same carbon here. So, according to that you have to name those, and these are the homework part which you have to solve and you have to send that. Okay. So, this is the brief idea about the nomenclature of the haloalkanes and haloarenes. We are going to continue further concept in our next class. Thank you. Next, we are going to discuss about the one more concept which is very important, that is the nature of the CX bond, nature of the CX bond. So, carbon is attached to the X means halogen, that halogen may be fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. Okay. So, the halogen atoms are electronegative in nature. The halogen atoms are electronegative in nature. So, what is the meaning of electronegative in nature or electronegativity? They possess the electronegativity. Electronegativity means this halogen atom has the capacity to drag the shared pair of electron towards itself. This halogen atom has the capacity to drag the shared pair of the electron towards itself. So, as it will going to drag the shared pair of electron towards itself, it will going to develop partially negative charge, while the carbon will going to develop partially positive charge. Are you getting what I am telling? The halogen atoms are highly electronegative in nature. So, mainly fluorine is the most electronegative atom in the periodic table, which has the capacity to drag the shared pair of electron towards itself, so that it will going to get partially negative charge, partially negative charge. So, as the negative and positive poles are generated, so it becomes polar in nature. The CX bond become polar in nature, and there is a development of the dipole. There is a development of the dipole moment. These acts as a dipole. Dipole means, di means two, pole means positive and negative poles are generated. That is why we are going to tell that dipole generation, and this CX bond become polar in nature. Why it become polar in nature? Because one of the atom, that is the halogen, which is the most electronegative, it will going to drag the shared pair of electron towards itself and generates the partial negative charge. Clear? So, let me tell you regarding few concepts here. So, first one is regarding bond length, So, bond length, as you know already, bond length means the distance, the internuclear distance between the two atoms which are bonded together. Okay. So, here just look at this halogen series. The fluorine is the very smallest, iodine is the biggest. The size is increasing here. From fluorine to iodine, the size goes on increasing. So, let me tell you, for example, this is the carbon. Okay. This is the central nucleus, and this is the fluorine, which is smaller, like this. Okay. And for Cl, same, carbon size will be same, the size of the carbon will be same, because the same carbon is bonding with the, but the Cl will be quite bigger, CCl, and same, the carbon will be same, but next one is Br, Br will be quite bigger. Okay. So, again the carbon will be same, here iodine will be bigger, So, what the size goes on increasing. So, as the size increases, the bond length will also going to be increased, Just look at this, the internuclear distance goes on increasing, because the size of the halogen is increasing. So, that we can able to write the bond order in such a way that iodine is the bigger, So, in the order Ci is the first, which is having the more bond length. Ci is greater than which one? Cbr, and then again after Cbr there will be a CCl, and there will be a last Cf. So, this is the order of the bond length. I hope so you got the concept. As we move from fluorine to iodine, the size goes on increasing. As the size increases, the bond length is also going to be increased. Because of that reason, the order will be in this format: Ci, Cbr, Cl and Cf. Okay. Next, bond dissociation energy. Bond dissociation energy means the amount of the energy which is required to dissociate a bond. It means to break a bond. The amount of the energy which is required to break a bond is nothing but bond dissociation energy. So, just look at this. If the bond length is less, it means the atoms are very closely attached. During that time, we need more energy to break that. So, just look at these, you can able to understand CF has more energy to break that bond. CF will going to have the more energy because it is very closely related than that of the CCl, then that of the CBr, then that of the Ci. For breaking of the Ci bond is very easy. By providing little amount of the energy, we can able to break it because there is a bond length is more. So that the bond dissociation energy order will be CF requires more energy and than that of the CCl, than that of the CBr, than that of the Ci. Okay. So, whatever the concept now I am explaining, that is very important, and CF requires the more energy to break it because of the smaller size, okay, and Ci requires a less energy because the size is very big, the bond length is more. As the bond length increases, the bond dissociation energy decreases. So, just keep in this bond length increases. If the bond length increases, then bond dissociation energy decreases. Bond dissociation energy decreases. Clear? So, next, dipole moment. Dipole moment. Why I am taking the dipole moment concept? As I said you, this CX bond become polar in nature, there is a formation of the dipole and it will going to produce the dipole moment. Actually, what is dipole moment? Dipole moment is the product of the magnitude of the charge of the one of the dipole with the distance. See here there is a development of the charge and there is a distance between these two, the product will be the dipole moment. It indicates what? The dipole moment depends upon the both charge as well as the distance. So, as the electronegativity is more, let me explain you here. If this halogen is more electronegative, it will going to develop more negative charge. We can able to say. Okay. So, according to this concept, we came to just our imagination, we thought that CF is having the more dipole moment as compared with CCl because F is more electronegative. So, more electronegativity concept is there in the dipole moment along with the distance, but in case of CF distance is very less, let it, I will tell you why it is so. Distance is less, just look at this, here more electronegative Q is more, but distance D is less. Here distance D is more, Q is less. Here distance is more, Q is very less, distance is 2 more, Q is very less. So, by looking this, if we consider the charge, so our idea is that CF is having the more dipole moment compared with CCl, compared with CBr, compared with Ci, but actually it will be some exception in these two cases. See here the distance we are neglecting, in all this series. Distance we are neglecting because the distance is very less expressed in terms of the picometer. During that time we will consider only the charge for the dipole moment, This more negative charge is due to the more electronegativity, but here this series is not obeyed. But there is a slight difference, CCl has the more dipole moment as compared with the CF, because here in case of dipole moment the distance matters. On the basis of the distance factor, the CCl dipole moment is very, or it is more than the CF. Other order is same, it is CBr, it is Ci. So if you look at in your NCERT textbook or any other textbook, you came to know that they have given the values of the dipole moment for this. So if you just cross check that CCl has the more dipole moment value as compared with the CF, as compared with the CBr, as compared with the CI. Okay. So this is the very important bit of the topic. First one is regarding the bond length and bond dissociation energy and the dipole moment. Okay. So these are the concept which you need to know very well with a clear concept. I have explained all the things. Just you write down the notes by taking looking these all terms. Okay, so this is how we can explain the nature of the CX bond and the three factors which is based on the electronegativity. So further concept we are going to discuss in our next class. Okay, thank you.